Halimbawa, yung admission nga ng NBI, medyo deadly yun eh. Sasabihin ng NBI, there's no direct evidence. And totoo nga, wala tayong nakikitang direct evidence uh, saying that General Bantag is how do you call this? Is responsible for ordering the death. It appears that the SOJ is acting like a lawyer for mabasa, sabi ni Asil. He's really in a hurry to file a case kahit walang solid evidence. Political talagang nangyayari. Well, yeah, ang tingin ko talaga is people cannot be faulted for thinking that it is hugely or highly political. Siyempre, halimbawa, yung admission nga ng NBI, medyo deadly yun eh. Sasabihin ng NBI, there's no direct evidence. And totoo nga, wala tayong nakikitang direct evidence uh, saying that General Bantag is how do you call this? Is responsible for ordering the deaths. Kasi ang sinasabi nila is based on witness statement. So anong ibig sabihin nun? Hearsay. Kasi, di ba, alam nila na ang nag-utos dito kay SJO2 Sulueta ay si General Bantag. But nobody actually saw it, nobody actually heard it. Parang sabi, ang pagkaalam nila ay si General Bantag yung nag-utos. So I can't blame anybody. In fact, for all of us, the public who's watching it, parang magdududa ka talaga. Bakit ganon yung basihan para sabihin na si General Bantag ang mismong nag-utos? Sabi ni Enrico Lingkod, kung ganon, pwede na uli paniwalaan na nasa narco-politics tayo. Well, I don't know, I cannot tell you what to think. But because, public opinion is largely based on what the individual sees. I think that some of us are really concerned na yun nga, na parang bumabalik na uli ang droga dahil iba yung pagka-handle ng administrasyon na ito. Gayunpaman, naaalala ko, in-announce po ni Secretary Benhar Abalos na tuloy-tuloy pa rin naman ang drug war. Pero he wanted to emphasize yung due process nga. Tsaka sabi niya, they will be careful about the killings. Sabi ni Ma'am Maria Kamatis, na-trace na po ba kung kanino nanggaling yung MJ na nahuli sa anak ni Boyeng Remulla? Wala pa po tayong naririnig na gano'n na announcement. Lalo-lalo na hindi rin sumagot dun sa affidavit, sa complaint yung akusado dun sa drugs case, yung anak ni Sec Remulla, hindi po siya nag-file ng counter affidavit. So kung konti talaga yung information on this one. Pero ang pagkaintindi ko, it came from an information sharing between the US at saka yung current PIDEA natin. So ganun po kasi yun eh. The way lately, nag-share na ng information, whether it's from China or from the US o iba-ibang mga lugar, most of the time talaga ang how do you call this, ang information pagka-abroad nang galing, pagka-importation nang galing dun sa ibang bansa. So I am assuming na on the part of the US or wherever it is the drugs came from, alam nila kung sino yung nagpadala. Sabi ni Facebook user, di ba mas malaki ang weight ng forensic result ng NBI, which is a government agency? Bakit mas paniniwalaan si Fortune? Sino bang nagsabing pinaniniwalaan si Fortune? Ang court ang magde-decide kung ano yung mas matimbang na ebidensya. Pero, tama kayo, ang official findings are the ones issued by NBI. But Dr. Fortune can testify for the family an interpretation of those findings. Okay. Ay, naano na natin yan. Ito. Bakit binabando ni Remulla na awol na si Bantag, samantalang 3-month suspension na ang pinataw kay Bantag, tapos pinasusuko na siya. Abogado ba si Remulla? Uy, abogado naman si Sec Boying. Pero siguro, baka dala na lang ng bugso ng damdamin yung iba dyan. But you're right, awol. Usually, magiging absent without leave kapag pinatawag, kunwari, yun nga, may preventive suspension, o i-lift yung preventive suspension, o kaya may order na mag-report siya. So, tignan natin. Baka naman may order si Sec Boying na mag-report si General Bantag. So, in that case, hindi siya awol. Pero, magiging awol siya. Pero, pagka ganyan, parang baka nagkamali lang talaga si Sec Boying. Ito sabi ni Gado, may chance po bang dinggin sa Senado yung kaso ni DG Bantag? Well, posible. That's really up to the Senate. Discretion po kasi nila yan. However, hindi po kasi natin ini-encourage talaga yung pag-iimbestiga ng lehislatura sa isang live or ongoing investigation. Nasa preliminary investigation pa. Or even, well, pag umabot yan sa hukuman, hindi na rin talaga pwede. Kasi nasa hukuman na. Sabi ni Domingo Olarte, is it true ba na pinalitan na si PIDEA Chief Villanueva? Opo, pinalitan na po siya. After huli yung anak ni Sec Remulla, I think a few days lang after, 2-3 days after, yes. Pero hindi po siya sinibaka. He was not fired, but he was already replaced kasi co-terminus nga siya. Ibig sabihin, yung term niya talaga nagtatapos with the term of the appointing authority. So, ang nag-appoint kay Sir Wilkins ay si Presidente Duterte. Nung natapos na yung termino ni Presidente Duterte, dapat tapos na. So, nag-hold over lang siya. Katulad ni General Bantag, hold over lang siya until somebody is appointed permanently to the position. So, yun lang ang i-emphasize ko. So, technically, tapos na yung term ni Sir Wilkins, nag-hold over lang siya until siya may bagong appointment. Yun nga, yung bagong appointment dumating 2 or 3 days lang yata after nahuli yung anak ni Sec Boying. Sabi ni Oseng, it looks like they're laying the predicate to justify ICC intervention by casting doubt on the judicial system related to drug-related cases. They are putting pressure on the heads of judicial bodies. Hindi ko naintindihan. Paano po magiging pressure to justify ICC intervention kung ito po ay dumaan sa hukuman? Kapag nasa hukuman, may due process, yun po ay magpapatunay na wala pang pwedeng intervention ng ICC because our courts are working at tayo po the courts are taking cognizance of the crime. Natawa ako dito kay Ma'am Erlinda, sabi niya, ano po ba yun? Tanim bill, tanim tunnel, tanim bagong mga kubula. Grabe si Ma'am sa sarcasm.